TradeLocker is fast becoming one of the leading trading solutions ever since MetaQuotes began pulling out of the prop firm industry, yet 99% of you have yet to start using it. Just imagine marking up your charts on TradingView and having the ability to execute your position without opening up a new tab. Well, that's exactly what TradeLocker is, and I'm about to share with you a very simple, quick and easy tutorial on how to use it. So here we have the TradeLocker platform, and before we jump into this, there are multiple prop firms that allow TradeLocker as the trading platform. You have CTrader, you have Think Markets, you have DXTrade, but TradeLocker is just so super clean. I'm yet to find anything I don't like about it. It's very reliable, and it's literally a replacement of TradingView. I would argue you don't need TradingView anymore. But first of all, to access TradeLocker, what you need to do is go and purchase a challenge. You can use any prop firm of your choice as long as they allow TradeLocker as the platform. My recommended prop firm, of course, is Top Funder, where we allow traders up to 200K in prop firm challenges with both single and two-phase challenges. So you can choose anywhere from a 5K up to a 200K account. You can access all of the rules on the table on the homepage of the website. Once you go over to buy now, you can see here your choices before heading to checkout, and the platform stated here is TradeLocker. Once you've signed up, you'll receive an email from Top Funder with your login credentials for TradeLocker, and you can begin trading immediately. So back to TradeLocker. So a brief navigation of the chart. This here is sponsored by TradingView, like you can see. So you've got all of your draw tools down to the left, exactly what you would expect. You can even right click and you've got all the settings on here, so you can choose different backgrounds. If you wanted a white chart, you can have that. We'll just keep it for default for now. In fact, let's go white. Why not? Let's go for a white chart. And you've got your time frames up here. I have some saved time frames that I tend to use, so you can toggle on and off if you want a 1 minute time frame, or you want a weekly time frame, you want the 1 hour time frame. You've got those. You can also favorite your drawing tools. You can see I have some favorited in my little favorite bar down here, just as you'd recognize from TradingView. So it's got everything you need on there. Over to the right is your instrument panel. So you have a navigation drop down menu here where you can select literally all, and then you can search for your favorite pair, Euro US dollar, you'd use the Pro. And then once you've chosen, you can right click and you can add or remove from favorites. It says remove because I've already added it. This little star at the top right, when you click on that, it shows which is your favorite out of this. Delete that, and it shows the two pairs that I'm currently trading. So we have the S&P 500 here, or US 500, or you can unstar that and you can go to cryptos, indices, Forex majors. Just keep it super clean and build your own watch list. And hiding that is super simple. You either drag or tap this bar and it collapses that menu to the right. So you've got this wide screen. And I'm recording this from a 15-inch laptop screen, by the way. So if you have a larger screen like I do, I have like a 35-inch side monitor. I would normally play on that, but for the purpose of the YouTube video, the ratio of my laptop screen's better. So if it's small, it's just because of that reason. So down the bottom here, we have a tab that you can open up, and this will look very similar to your MT4, MT5 terminal, because you've got what positions you have open, if any are running, you have any pending orders, if you've set buy stops, sell stops, buy limits, sell limits, and then your trades and your closed positions are basically the journals or the history tab of what you would expect a MetaQuotes terminal to be. So it has that there, and you can collapse that as well as much as you want. It also shows your metrics, so your equity, your starting balance, what available margin you have, what percentage you're in, and your TradingView platform. It's all in one. So let's go over a quick analysis on the S&P first of all, and then I'll show you literally how you execute a trade. Now, because I have a busy schedule, I have multiple businesses, even businesses away from the Forex industry, I like to keep my trading really short and sweet. So it probably takes me about 5-10 minutes to do an outlook before each session. I trade London and New York, that's it. And I'm probably spending less than 30 minutes a day looking at the charts. And any time on top of that is just me answering questions in the evolution markets. But for myself, I literally spend probably 15 to 30 minutes during the whole entire day on the charts, looking for my own trades, because I trade 4 hour, 15 minute, nothing lower than that. And it just suits my lifestyle and allows less pressure, higher quality trades, and a lot more free time away from the charts. So I literally look at the daily 4 hour and 15. The daily really is more for this asset class because we can see how trending it is. And just by looking at the daily view, it just shows just how bullish the S&P is. You can drop down to the 4 hour knowing that if you're going to be buying, your odds of being on the right side of the market are already going to be in your favor. Drop down to the 4 hour and we can just have a look how I would look with the power of 2, which is the strategy that I created, and the latest version 2.0 I'm going to run through right now, which is the first time it's going to be on YouTube. So first of all, let's print on. We've identified that daily trend is bullish, right? The next thing we want to do is identify what's happening on the 4 hour. So I have my rectangle down here on the favorites tab, and we can just go to the left and have a look what the most recent ranges have been doing. So we have a range there, which was breached, right? We have a range here, which was eventually breached here. And we have a final bullish range here, which is yet to be breached. So a couple of analysis on this. If we look at what drove prices higher, not just trend, but obviously there is liquidity that needs to be taken. This impulse up here was a very momentous move. Let's just draw this one on here before it broke. What caused that reaction? Well, we had a run on liquidity down here before taking off to the upside. You can obviously customize your own line tools to have whatever color you want and then save those as templates. Then we had a similar story, engineered liquidity, no inducement to the left, just one impulsive push, but we know the nature of the market was bullish, still was bullish from there. We can even go back as far as this and say that's where it came from. Same story. What happened, what drove the market there? We have a run on liquidity here, drove prices higher. Run on liquidity, drove prices higher, broke structure. Engineered liquidity, broke structure, drove prices higher. What happened again on the 4 hour? Did the same thing. Aggressive push in, instant reaction within discount of the 4 hour leg, breaking structure to the upside, pushing prices higher. This was more of an unclear picture, this range here, but again, if we look to the left, you've got the highest point of that 4 hour range and the lowest point, so potentially could be coming down for liquidity down here, although that's rare with the nature of the S&P. It's more likely to take internal liquidity, so it could have taken this one, which it didn't, and the one that it actually went and took was this internal 4 hour liquidity pool here. So it took that and then has broke structure to the upside. So if I'm looking to analyze right now, I'd be looking for buys. I actually took a counter sell up here because on the anticipation we'd had a large impulse to the upside. 4 hours likely to pull back at some stage, just like it has here and here and here, and it actually did that and I had a 2 to 1. So looking at the 4 hour, there's no clear area of liquidity. I mean, it wasn't long ago, if we use the date range, we're literally looking 10 days ago that 4 hour took major liquidity, so it doesn't necessarily have to come lower. Price could quite simply just take out the highs at this point. So if I drop down to the 15 minute and have a look what could be going on here, and exactly what I'm teaching in the Evolution Markets community is time frame alignment. So if we have a look up here at the final bullish range on the 15 minute, and let's just draw this a different color. So let's give it a border. Let's make it blue, make it visible. Final bullish range, and it was broken to the downside, right? And then what happened was we created bearish range. So let's mark this as red. I had a short position from here, quick 1 to 2, nice and clean. And then what's happening next? We're continuing this bearish market on the 15 minute. So we would not be interested in buying until we've had a market shift to the upside, which we've only just had this morning, you can see. So now, if I just duplicate this, make it easy, we can see this lowest point here to the high was our first bullish range on the 15 minute, and I'll duplicate it again to show we've had a second. For us on the 4 hour, on the 15 minute, we use ranges, and we use a system based on 2 ranges minimums of confirmation of change of trend, both 4 hour and 15 minute. 4 hours already bullish, 15 minute is now confirmed a shift bullish. The last thing we need is a run on liquidity. So we can use another tool like the polyline and just mark what our outlook would be. Our anticipation of price would likely push a bit higher during London, which is right now, just coming towards the end of London, and then would see potentially a push to the downside, taking quite aggressively sell side liquidity below a 15 minute low, somewhere around Asia session, and then we can look for buys, anticipating that the 4 hour high will be the target. And if you want to learn exactly how we trade this strategy, you can join Evolution Markets by looking at the link below. There will be some discount codes on Mentorship. You get exactly what's on the tin. We have weekly live calls, a Discord trade floor. We have a full video library containing the whole Power of 2 original course, as well as the latest Power of 2 2.0 refinement moment, which I've just ran through. We have additional content on psychology, habits, rituals, and even a lower time frame entry model if that's for you. Now, lastly then, back to TradeLocker is the bit you've all been waiting for, how to actually execute a position. So quite simply, you have your long position and short position. You can favorite those. If we were looking at a buy position, you would literally, as you would on TradingView, put your draw tool on here. So let's go for a 2-to-1, which is standard for me on the S&P. 2-to-1, 3-to-1 we typically go for. And there's two ways of doing this. You can either use this shortcut down the bottom here. So you want to click on market to pending. You want to add your risk. You can switch between buy and sell. Obviously we're looking for buying. You want to add your stop loss and your TP, and you can literally drag and drop. So you've got your TP you'd set here. Your pending order is already at entry point, and you can move your stop loss. And you'd literally hit buy. That's it, done. It would show itself down in the positions down the bottom. Okay. And like I say, you can drag and drop these if you wish. If you'd rather take the 4-hour highs, you could literally just drag your TP up accordingly. Or if you decided to go to a 3-to-1 and not a 2-to-1, that's absolutely fine. Or if you wanted to remove your TP completely and let it run to the upside, taking partials, trails, stop loss, whatever your management style is, right? So if we remove this and I show you the secondary option, which is the tab over to the right. So if we open up the instrument panel, we also have this bit down the bottom here. So again, first thing you would do is you would place your draw tool on, your risk to reward, whatever you want to do, and then choose pending. Again, you've got buy or sell. You want to tick stop loss and take profit, add risk down here, and you can choose how much you want to risk, whether you want to choose 0.5 or 1% risk on that. It'll automatically calculate your risk. And again, if you really want to, you've got two options with the screen. You can either drag and drop your entry, your TP, and your stop loss, or what you could do to be specific is literally copy from the TradingView panel and paste right into the entry panel. So we have your profit, paste that in, and your stop loss, paste that in right there, and you would execute buy there. And again, it would show in the panel positions pending just down the bottom. So it's very straightforward. It literally is just TradingView with a buy and sell button. And there are more features that are going to come on TradeLocker, like saving drawing templates, like the colors of your lines, the colors of your drawn tools. You'll be able to right click and save it as template. You'll also be able to set alerts on things like lines, whereas that's not a thing right now, but that's going to come. And I honestly believe TradeLocker is going to become one of the biggest trade platforms to come out of 2024. It's been around for years already, but ever since the shakeup in the prop firm industry with MetaQuotes especially pulling out and many other trading solutions not getting good reputation for being reliable, TradeLocker is an exceptional tool. Again, if you're busy, you work full time and you're really struggling to trade. Now, if you're interested in learning the Power of 2 2.0 variant, which is still 80% mechanical, but with a 20% element of flexibility, which is really what you need when the markets are not clear and will allow you to extract more opportunity from the market without having your hands completely tied to a position you do not want to take. Evolution Markets covers daily outlooks, both before London and New York. We have weekly live calls with the community, recorded trade recaps and new content added every single week, recorded coach trades taken so you can follow each of us on what trades we are taking in the markets and learn from them, as well as end of day markups so you can learn from everything that's happened during each trading day. I'll be giving away an exclusive YouTube video discount for the Evolution Markets mentorship in the link below. This won't be live forever. I will delete it at some point, so quickly go check it out. And if you're interested in becoming a funded trader, I also recommend you checking out the top funder links below where you can utilize TradeLocker as your chosen trading platform. See you on the next one.